I did a signing yesterday for a couple who were getting divorced. I kid you not. I felt like a cat with 9 lives because every step I took, there was like a mind exploding. Like it was horrendous. So I like to start off my signings on a light-hearted note, cause like they're already going through something so serious such as a loan. So when I walk in, I try to like lighten up the mood a little bit. So that was my mistake right from the gate. I walked in and they were doing a refinance. I walk in, I'm like, "Hey, congratulations! Are you guys excited about your refi?" And that's when it began. Right there, the lady, like the wife, or not wife, started bawling. She started crying and just it was tears all over, dropping on the floor. It was like a flood. It was an ocean of just tears. I thought I said something wrong, and I was like, "What did I say?" And then she walked in. She went like to a different room, and the husband slash ex-husband comes up to me, and then he's like, "Well, we're getting a divorce." And that puts me in an awkward position. I've never had to deal with something like that. But so we pulled through, we went through. Nobody warned me, by the way, so it was a complete surprise. The lady comes back to the table and we all sit down. And we go through the signing, and mind you, throughout the whole signing, she's crying and she's telling me that they're getting a divorce. And I'm like, oh, it was just horrendous. It was like chewing glass. That's how that signing went. But it gets worse. See, you guys thought that was it, right? I walked into a signing, they're getting a divorce, awkward situation. Yeah, it's pretty awkward, but it gets worse. And you won't, like, honestly, you can't make this up. Like, you really can't make this up. So I go through the documents like I normally do and everything. She's taking him off the deed. She's putting herself as the sole owner of the property. And then we get to the notice of right to cancel. And I really, really regret and hate that we have a notice of right to cancel. So when we get to the notice of right to cancel, I do my whole spiel, right? I tell them exactly what it is. So we look at the paper. I'm like, "Hey, so this is a notice of right to cancel. Just so you guys know, you have 3 days to cancel this transaction if you choose to. Make sure you sign at the bottom line. That's where you're supposed to sign. Don't sign in the middle, because if you sign in the middle, you're canceling this transaction and you just wasted your money, you just wasted your time, and what's the purpose of me being here, right?" So then I went to show them the dates. The first date, obviously, is today's date. I'm like, "So look, right here, this is today's date. This is when we're signing this document. And if you look at the second date, this is when you're until the midnight of this date is when you can cancel this transaction." And I really regret showing them that date. Like, to this day, I regret it. Immediately when I showed them the date that they have to cancel, the lady started bawling again. And this time it was worse. It was uncontrollable. She wouldn't stop. She had to go into a separate room. She took like 5 minutes and she was just crying her eyes out. You could hear her yelling. I thought I said something wrong again. It was like I felt like a cat with 9 lives. It's like everything I said would be cause for her to cry, and it was an awkward situation. I just hated every moment of it. So when she comes back, that's when I find out. She tells me that the date that they have to cancel still crying. She's like, it's our anniversary. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, damn. Like, how lucky am I? Like, you're doing a closing, you're getting a divorce, you're already crying, it's already a crappy situation. And then the day that you have to cancel the transaction is your anniversary. Lucky me. So that right there, guys, is a day in the life of a loan signing agent. Watch my next video. I think you guys are going to like it. Let me know if you have anything to add in the comments below. Let me know. But watch my next video and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.